Hey, I don't even want to lift up my head today. You feel me? You know when you're hitting the snooze all morning that it might be a rough one. You guys, I still wanted to come on here and give you a real life Thriving Thursday to the best of my ability, okay? I'm going to keep it short but informative because I feel like it's important to walk together through all of this journey, highs and lows, though I'm not looking at this as a low. I'm looking at this day as what it is, a day to shower myself with grace and a day to put into practice what I know, what I educate on, what I know about healing. It's easy on the good days sometimes, guys, but it's more important, maybe even on the hard days. Okay, so come along with me. I'm going to share with you about my day and see if it applies, in your life. Okay, if you're catching the replay on YouTube, I'm sharing it there too. Nothing is hidden. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want more real life content about what healing looks like in the real world, okay? All the highs and lows and in-betweens. But the bottom line is you can thrive even when your body is screaming for a break and a rest or whatever. And it's just, I think, all related to some changes in my herbal regimen, maybe. Weather, astrological things and happenings, and probably definitely cyclical monthly cycle type stuff. But today is just heavy. It just feels heavy, and my body feels heavy, my brain feels heavy, and it's one of those things where I'm like, I know I'll feel better tomorrow. I know it's just like, I'm tired. I didn't get a lot of good sleep this week. There's a lot of factors at play here. And so I just know that like in a day or two, all will be well again. But what can I do to get there? And you know what? Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't know. Like, I just know from experience, like I will feel much better. Maybe even later today, I'm resting now, like totally chilling in my bed because there's no shame in that. There's no shame in going live with your feet up, if that is what you need to do. It doesn't mean I can't show up still, right? So I'm working through this, like, I don't know, down day where it's low energy, low function maybe, and like, that's okay. The first thing that I think is key is telling yourself, whether you believe it or not, that it is actually okay. And then working on trying to believe that too while you're at it. The grace you need to extend to yourself is acceptable. It's okay. Like, it does, like, hit me here, like, oh, I don't have time for this. I don't want this. I want to, like, embrace the day better than this. But like, why? Like, whose expectations are on the table, really? Mostly it's just my own in this case, for me at least, and I get like other things coming into play, like having kids. I'm there too, spouses, family. I get having a job. That's a really hard one. How do you give yourself grace when you have a job? Calling out sick isn't always an option. Though 9 times out of 10 it should be and can be maybe. So, I can't give you all the answers of how to handle down days in all circumstances, but where you can allot grace for yourself, you really should. I don't like telling people what they should do. I don't like shoulding on people, but it's true. Grace for yourself is what you need it to be in that moment, for that day, whatever that looks like. So if you're ever working through a down day, remember that first and foremost. Like, okay, this is just an opportunity for me to practice what I preach, put into practice what I've wanted to try to further my healing, and most importantly, to load myself up with all the grace and all the love for myself and the journey I'm on. Your healing journey is not going to be all sunshine and rainbows all day, every day, always a trajectory that's just upward and upward and upward. There's going to be some ebbs and flows and dips and adjustments along the course, right? So that being said, the first thing I'm working on doing today is actually, I was trying to plow through this morning, maybe more than I should have. I was getting snippy, fed up with myself, with my kids. I was pushing through all the normal chores and to-do list things and the homeschool and all this stuff. And we had some good moments. It was fun. And like, in some ways, and you'll hear my kids playing outside now, because I kicked us all, I put us all in timeout. I kicked us all out of the house, except me. I'm in the house. But I realized getting through this morning that it was just like beating me down more and more. And I wasn't like turning the corner. So I decided that all of us needed whatever we needed, because, you know, my kids are on a healing journey too. And for them, they just wanted to get out, play, run, be in nature. They're not feeling the weight like I'm feeling the weight today. I can tell we're on different playing fields today. So I kicked my girls out of the house. My son is napping because it's his nap time. And mama is putting herself in timeout. And that's what I said to the girls. I'm like, I'm going into timeout in a funny way. You know, we joked about it. And I'm going to reset my attitude and how I'm feeling about myself. This is how I'm practicing what I'm preaching. I'm actually going back into the guides section here in our Lyme-y Crunchy group. So if you're catching this replay outside of Lyme-y Crunchy, get in there because you have access to this stuff that I'm referencing for free. Like, it's free content for you. I went into the guides where I have created free workshops for all of us, for me too, from what I've learned, what I know to be true, what is out there for, you know, options for addressing what factors might be at play, including water intake. I realized I wasn't even drinking my water today, so I got a big old glass next to me. I've probably got a liter in the last hour trying to play catch up there. Detox, getting the toxins out. Granted, I've done that in my environment, but like, what can I do right now to support detoxing? Lemon added to my water right there is like one of the easiest things I can do. There's other stuff too, but it got me thinking, okay, how can I further the healthy cell growth in my body and healthy cell function, which at the core is detoxification? Am I unknowingly like toxifying my body in some way? Like, am I choosing to eat healthy today? And by that, I just mean in an enjoyable but nourishing way, right? Not like, oh, I can't have a little chocolate. Oh, that's not good for me. Like, not good, bad, or otherwise, but what is really going to nourish my body, okay? And in that, it's like, well, yeah, you know, maybe there is room for a little dark chocolate or something. Maybe there's not for me today. But I'm okay with that because I'm making that decision based on nourishment of my well-being today. And that could, you know, that can also ebb and flow. I also have a workshop on sleep and rest, and that is what I'm choosing to do right now. I wasn't getting good sleep this week, and I think that is a large part of what's catching up to me now, and I knew better. And some of it was my own choosing. Some of it was, you know, some additional factors in life that, you know, like get in the way of sleeping well sometimes, and it's all good. I can get that back on track, but for right now, I can't keep pushing through my day without some rest, maybe even a little nap. I'm open to that today. That's not my norm, and that's okay. That's today. Maybe it's your norm, and that's okay too. Take what you need from today, move forward, right? So I'm going to go in there and look at some of the suggestions for getting good sleep and rest, and I think I'm going to pick out, because like I know them, but like I don't, you know what I mean? It's not like I sit here with a running list of all the things all the time. I compiled them for the sleep symposium that we did. So I'm going to go back through some of those videos and grab a couple ideas for myself for today, for both resting now and sleeping later. And I'm definitely going to set my bedtime earlier tonight for sure. I don't want to go into the weekend like depleted further, you know? Sleep and rest is one of the best things we can do for ourselves to heal. That's when our cells do maximum healing, right? And then I have a punching out pain workshop there too. Again, not an exhaustive list of all the things you can do, but a very comprehensive list of places to start at least, or things to try. And because of how I'm feeling from this week and all that, I am experiencing not like pain, but just soreness, achiness, and just like it's going hand in hand with the malaise and the low energy stuff. So I think I'm going to like take care of my shoulders and neck a little bit extra today and do some of those pain modalities, just to keep my body from wanting to like tighten up more or worse, or, you know, kind of constrict itself further, which for me, I know is the direction my body heads when it is stressed, even if it's not like a symptom of Lyme or tick illness or autoimmune symptom. It can be a symptom for me of just stress, lack of sleep, and generally not listening to my body and taking care of it. It's almost like my body just like tries to like curl into a ball on its own then if I don't do it myself, and get ahead of it. So preventatively, I'm going to tap into that pain symposium and get some of my own tips and try them out. So that was some of the first stuff. I'm like, I need to just go tap into that. I also advise people and myself, I'm advising myself right now to decide between rest and low movement and actual gentle movement. I'm not even going to say exercise, although like movement falls into the category of exercise too, because sometimes that is energizing and sometimes that is what your body needs if you're feeling like, oh, sometimes you need the rest, sometimes you need the movement. You don't know until you try and you learn about your body, and as you learn and go along, you'll know. I was moving and active and even got outside and all that stuff today, and it wasn't getting me anywhere. So I knew I had to switch into rest mode before I could move forward, because the more I push, the more depleted I will become, and less well I will be overall. So listening to those cues is key, and I have the ability to schedule in some rest time, which I'm doing, and then we'll see where I'm at for the rest of my day. I have jujitsu class tonight that I was hoping to go to. And now to me, it's up in the air, because if I am not feeling like that is going to further my healing, then it's probably not in my best interest to go do that kind of movement, which is higher intensity for sure. And maybe instead there's some more gentle stuff I can try to see if that is speaking to my body today better. I don't want to miss it, but I have the ability to choose if that is in my best interest today or not. So do you. You have every ability to make your own choices for your fluid healing journey. Yes, I have 3 baskets of laundry to fold, like real life talk right now. I have 3 baskets of laundry to fold. I didn't even have a chance to get like a chore list. I hate whatever chores in line for my own kids to do, because usually we split some of like the basic household stuff together. Didn't even have the energy to do that. I have to vacuum, like it's getting necessary for sure. But here's the thing. I knew I couldn't get to all of it all at once. Of course, no one can do it all at once. And then when you're having a down day, it definitely might not all ever be gotten to. Whoa, kids, whoa. So today I chose to clean my kitchen as a priority. I got my kitchen straightened up slowly throughout the morning. Like it took hours of like chipping away at it, a little bit here, a little bit there. It's not perfect either, but it is like the dishes basically are taken care of, and there are no sticky counters, I hope. My kids helped me a little bit with that. And you know what? I decided that was what I can manage. The laundry can wait for now. The vacuuming can wait for now. And actually, if I rest and listen to my body, I may very well still get those things done today, because I may get that burst of a little bit more to give and be able to, accomplish things. And I might not. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I realize that if I don't at least try to honor my body, nothing's going to happen. So that is the one for sure thing. So if I want to maybe be more productive today, maybe go to jujitsu or move my body more today, I know right now I need to honor the rest mode that my body's asking for. So at the end of the day, it is really true. If that laundry sits one more day, it's clean. My kids can find what they need out of it. We will survive if it's not folded for another day. If I don't vacuum for another day, it will be crummier and it will be annoying, but no one's going to die. It is not filth yet. It has not reached filth level. It will be what it will be. And honestly, we'll work as a team if we have to get these things done, if it really is dire need, right? Another thing that always comes up every day is I have to feed my children, right? Like, we have to be nourished and be well. And you know what I chose today? I didn't really have a game plan for lunch and stuff anyway, but we chose smoothies as one of our main ways of eating today. And I threw in some like carrots on the side and some protein, like some lean, healthy, like preservative-free roast beef and some lunch meat that was healthy on the side of a smoothie. It was low prep, so easy. If you're not utilizing like smoothies and bone broth and like easy nourishing foods like that, then you're missing the greatest fast food of all, which is that stuff. I literally just threw frozen things and like a few fresh things about to go bad in a blender and called it a day, you know? Yes, I have a little bit of a smoothie routine, so it is like pretty quick and easy for us, but once you have that smoothie routine going, I mean, literally, you can put all your smoothie ingredients even into a bin that you just pull out and you like go boop, 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 throw it all in the blender. And I make one huge blender full for all of us, and we at least are getting nourished. So I do want to say that, like, set yourself up for success, knowing that, you know, fully healed, 100% functional or not, you're still going to have ups and downs in life with your health and with how you feel and just day by day stressors and things in your life. Set yourself up for success. And here is my takeaway message. I do work hard when I'm able. I was just sitting here thinking about that. I do, you know, try to stay on top of things when I feel good, and I'm able to do that because of times like these, so that when I need to rest, I can, even if things are left undone. It's to minimize all guilt possible, but more or less to also minimize impact on my household and impact on me when I am feeling better, so I don't have 5,000 things to do, maybe just 1,000 things to do to catch up on, right? This is real life, guys. This is real life. So let your future self thank your present self. Okay? That always puts a smile on my face. What would future Adele say? Okay, I can, whatever, you know, double my dinner tonight so I have extra food later this week because I don't know what the week's going to bring. I can, you know, instead of sitting in bed watching TV, I can fold that extra laundry while I watch TV so that future Adele thanks me for doing that, you know? And I like thinking about it that way because when we're dealing with ups and downs in our journeys, you kind of have to be proactive when you're able to. Yeah, I'm wishing I was proactive in a few areas today that I wasn't proactive in, but work hard when you're able to the degree that you're able so that you can rest when you need to and honor your body. So you guys, walk with me through this day. Right now, I'm more than halfway through. I don't know what the rest of the day will bring, but I'm feeling better already just resting and knowing that, like, this is real life. This is real life. I'm in it with you. It will get better. Cheers to moving forward, and cheers to pausing as we need to pause to further our healing in the long run. It's the long game, guys. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. There's no sprinting necessary, and you're never alone. Thriving in all circumstances is possible. And I would say I'm still thriving, even right now, with my feet up, resting. Are you thriving on this Thursday? I'm here for you. Cheers to you and your healing journey.